Hello, I am Sarah Millican and welcome to episode 39 of How to Be Champion Storytime. I'm going to have a little slurp of tea if I may. Ooh, she's got a merch mug. I use them all the time. It's because they're just really good mugs. And also, it's got my name on. Shut up. Oh, I've spilled a bit on me jeans. Well done. I was going to say they're clean on, but we really know they're not. So we are at the tail end of the chapter, moving back in with my parents. We just have to do the How to Be Champion tip, and then we'll move on to the next chapter. So the How to Be Champion tip at the end of this chapter is, if you move back in with your parents, be grateful. You are fucking up their retirement when they were planning to have sex in the kitchen and only wear clothes on Tuesdays. Expect to be treated like a child again. It's inevitable and sort of understandable. But you can play on that by crying to get more Arctic roll or getting your dad to clean the dog poo off your shoe. Also, pocket money. The next chapter, chapter 15. So many proper jobs. So yes, I am incredibly proud of the jobs I've done. For my second stint at the job centre, people rang us from home on what they call warm phones in job centres to make a claim for benefit. As well as being on the phones, I was a first aider for the office. I went on the little course where you learn how to kick a Stanley knife away from the foot of a ladder and how to put a giant man in the recovery position. The latter is all about using his own size as leverage, something I've found useful since when sleeping alongside a snoring husband. I like helping people and I like controlling situations. Working out the table plan for my 40th birthday party was one of the best things I've ever done. And I've sat between David Tennant and Jeremy Piven in Jonathan Ross's green room and had a sex dream about The Rock. In the sex dream, The Rock gave me some kittens. Yes, that was it. I'm sure things would have progressed had my 42-year-old bladder not woken me up. So this role seemed perfect for me. In a 10-storey office block, I was one of seemingly 2 first aiders. I think there were supposed to be more, but only this bloke and I ever turned up when the tannoy announced that a first aider was needed. Then, because of my diligence, the other bloke stopped too. So it was just me. Bathing eyes because some industrial shite had been sprayed on the outside of the building by men on swings, and the lady in the corner office's eyes took the brunt of it. Just me rubbing someone's back when she didn't feel very well, only to get an excellent amount of wind up. And just me, maybe weekly, wrestling Ian the epileptic on the 5th floor who was trying to gouge his own eyes out while co-workers blithely tapped keyboards all around us. Some of them even moaning when I used their coats to cover table edges and other sharp objects. Thanks to the first aid course, by the way, I didn't need sugary tea after this one. Still drank it though. He once had a fit in the canteen and people reached across him for pop while he was bursting out of his Marxy shirt like a civil service Hulk. Poor bloke, but he refused to get his medication checked no matter how many times I packed him off in an ambulance. Whenever the tannoy announced that a first aider was needed on floor X, the adrenaline was huge. A sick feeling in the pit of my stomach, a panic while I tried to remember which button I had to press on the phone. Whenever we were away from our phones, our time had to be accounted for. There was a button for lunch, toilet, crying and first aid. While racking my brain for what I did on the course, recovery, Heimlich, mouth-to-mouth, kick away Stanley knives, turn giant men over, sandwiches. The adrenaline I get at a gig when someone announces Sarah Millican is huge, but still only 2% of what I felt when I was needed in an emergency. Actually, just announcing my name doesn't necessarily mean I'm about to walk on stage. I could be at the doctor's. I'm so used to applause following my name said aloud that every visit is a disappointment. Doctors, nurses, police and firefighters must be built of sterner stuff than me. I don't think every time they're called to an emergency they mumble, "Oh shit," and run up multiple flights of stairs, farting all the way. By the way, a little aside, because obviously this is written a few years ago. Well done NHS, you're doing a great job. We love you all. We're very grateful. The civil service is full of women. That's one of the reasons why I miss them so much in comedy, and why I create women-filled spaces like Standard Issue, for example, and a little new material gig I run. Groups of women are wonderful. Yes, they can be catty as fuck, but they will also keep you busy while you wait for pregnancy test results to come in, make you a cake on your birthday, and hug you in the photocopy room when your heart is breaking. On one lunch break, I saw some jeans in the sale, but when I got to the till, they charged me full price. I got back to the office a bit gutted, as I probably wouldn't have bought them at full price, just at the price written over it in red. The rallying women in the office suggested I go back to the shop after my shift and complain. They should have charged me the lower price. Buoyed up by how convinced they were that a happy ending was nigh, I went back, complained, and won. See, that's what office women can do for you. Get your tenner back and give you a spring in your step. Once, as part of some internal training we had to do an assertiveness test. My results were horrifically low. I was surprised and absolutely deflated. I wanted to be and thought I was assertive, but this course categorically said nope. Seeing how gutted I was, one of the girls tried to pump me up and said, "You were assertive when we made you take your jeans back." Read that again. Listen to this. You were assertive when we made you take your jeans back. And that is the end of episode 39. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we made you smile a little bit. Have a good rest of day. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you tomorrow. Wash your fucking hands. Stay in the house. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.